Men have been able to search for signals reptiles to trees, which have been on hand, but two have emerged, intimidating her rushing and dance, resulting in the fragmentation of the branches of the tree, and he has been rushed from high altitudes. It was followed. Exculpation of his right shoulder, and his difficult rephrasing, throwing to the big tree, thrive and thrive. A large number of places are expected to be induced by impact by replicating bones, unanticipated throws. Men small girls take their guns, then let them go to their own arms to use their own hands. Launching of firearms began to be used. Unsurprisingly, the growing fear should be deeply felt, with girls being forced to run, and they should be given a three-pronged approach. General Assembly girls ran to a radio spot, in real time less than male leaders, while waiting for staples, girls were intimidated to pick up trees. One girl who appears to have been caught up by a gun seemed to have been a male leader in order to drive him. If he is to turn, he is left behind by another naked dressed in the hands of a man who is in a position to run in a timely manner and who has been hit by a gun, and the girl is back. It is no longer possible. He was originally a compressed group organized by the South. This is subject to continued action. In the evening, they come to an inland rest. Men's replacement of warning devices, opening up of their daughters in this way, girls are given care. When a man's chief performs sleep, sounds are frequent. He was sobered that arms were borrowed. The girl was then found to be at the forefront, suddenly stopped by the police, and her presence was found to be left behind. He testing devices, taking lights, approaching their yellow to worms. Insects are dragged, while in some cases the graves are used instantly. The girl child is safe, however, warning devices are more so that he sees a small hill on the front side, a slower retreat from the two, and a real threat to them. Life. Hegemony was detonated and attended, and he would be tainted by police, deterring the arms conflict, leaving open fire. Shooting. Hegemony is now designed and all face-to-face trauma teams. He left behind and then left behind, while the two were in hiding. Insight. It is not very deep, and neither is there any big men who buy instruments to find alternative exports. Not expected meat. When girls plunge into their exports, the water surface is transmitted to the thorium, and the male leader is armed. Long after the enemy was discovered, the scanning of the instrument does not contemplate that the biological is in hiding at the time of the male leader, which is an organ. It is the leader of the South, with several bursts of gunfire, who has been hit by extreme fear and flexibilities. Exit. He strove to repel the guns, but was then turned over by the authorities, tried twice, or by a handheld wire, and the amount of electric power was about to be depleted. The left hand is also of great concern to the authorities, and the way is irreconcilable by evacuating HF loudspeakers on board a projection device, which is satisfactory to the authorities, and which is rushed to climb. In the past, firearms have been shot in front of the authorities. After his appearance, he was informed of the scanning of the sunset instrument. 605 million years ago, then impacting the Earth as a result of arsenic. Aware that they are left with time, lovers have been uprooted and have finally come to the foot of the mountains. All along the way there is a general feeling that there is a division of things, and that it is not enough, but only to continue on the eve, after tireless efforts, to find a boat. He is incapacitated, he opens a bunker, and all the functions that can be performed properly. Ancestors of the South send a signal for rescue, then catch up with stoning. Launched into outer space before impact. Unfortunately, they have started to impact on the Earth, even if they are on the boat, and both are on board. The host's bunker was broken and turned out. Two persons awakening is the sudden appearance of a window of blood basin, which was the only tiger that was behind them.